everyone and welcome back to Dream Daddy. Now last time we had a date with Damien. This time we're going to do the first date with Hugo, see how that goes. So let's get into it, right? Okay, so Hugo's like that literature professor type, so nice, love his bow tie. We will message Hugo. Pay your bills early. Good advice. Thank you, Dad. Don't use metal utensils on non-stick frying pans. Also good advice. My brother did that once and completely destroyed the pan. Extended cut is the only cut worth watching. A burn in the hand is better than a burn in the eye. I don't fun. Okay. I navigate to Hugo's Dadbook page and type out a message. Hey Hugo, great seeing you at the barbecue. Want to hang out sometime? I wait for a few minutes before the computer dings. I'm so glad you messaged me, and I definitely want to hang out sometime, but I have a favour to ask. Our class is going on a field trip to the aquarium today, and one of our chaperones called in sick. Is there any possible way you could come by and replace them? Uh-oh. I completely understand if you don't want to or can't make it, but I'm going to be honest with you here. It's the middle school class. I need as much help as I can get, yeah. I think about it for a moment. Man, that's a lot of screaming kids that I'd be accountable for. And they're in middle school, arguably the worst age to be. Also, does he have a job? Does Jerry have a job? Does the dad of this game, the main dad, does he have a job? Sorry, Amanda silently trudges into the kitchen and pours herself a bowl of cereal. Morning, Amanda. Morning, Pops. Hey, how was middle school for you? Oops. Ah, damn it. I'm missing everything. Middle schoolers should be avoided at all costs. What was your middle school experience like? I don't remember. I didn't like it. I thought it was fine. I don't remember. It was so long ago. We probably rode dinosaurs to class and bartered for lunch with the tiny skulls of the animals we had slain. Wow, Jerry, that's bleak. You probably had to walk uphill in the snow both ways too, huh? And we liked it. Oh, man. See, middle schoolers are reprehensible. Wait, why are you asking me about middle school? Oh, Mr. Vega requested my help to chaperone his middle school class to the aquarium. Just wanted to know what I was in for. You get to go to the aquarium? Are you kidding me? The last field trip I got to go on was to the clam chowder factory. They didn't even give us clam chowder. They gave us square pizza at a clam chowder factory. I'd prefer the pizza, to be honest, but I'm not a seafood person. Oh, is that why you won't eat clam chowder anymore? Oh, no. No, it's because Bobby Wellingham threw up into one of the vats of clam chowder, and I'm the only one who saw it happen. It haunts me. Yeah, it would. It would haunt me too. Look at her face, just like... I can't do it. I can't do her face. Right, let's leave that story firmly in the past. Anyway, you should just do it. Mr. Vega sounds like he could really use the help. Plus, you get to hang out with cool fish. Yep, true. Amanda, I get kind of weird about aquariums. The ocean makes me nervous. Makes me nervous too. What, are you worried that a whale is gonna pop out of the touch tank and swallow you whole? Don't you put fear in my heart. Well, do they have penguins there? Yes. They have penguins there. Hey. Then it's settled. Penguins outweigh fear of the ocean. I sit back down at the computer and let Hugo know that I'm available. He tells me to meet him at the aquarium and gives me the address. I grab my keys and kiss Amanda on the forehead before I head out. Does he have a job? Seriously. I arrive at the aquarium to find that the school buses have beaten me there. Pre-teens huddle around their teachers in small groups, yelling at each other and goofing off. Every teacher looks like they're at their wits' end. This isn't much of a date, really, is it?
No.
Hugo jogs up to me, looking frazzled. I'm so glad you're here. Hugo! It's been a debacle all morning. We're short-handed and most of the kids won't stop screaming, as I'm sure you know is the case with all middle schoolers. I lived through Amanda at 12. I'm all too familiar. Great, well it's you and me chaperoning a group of 10 kids. They're over here. Hugo walks me over to a gaggle of preteens who are all sitting on the ground playing with their phones. They're not kicking each other like some of the other groups, so we're off to a good start. Can you guys put your phones away? All of the kids look up for a moment to stare at Hugo. They then go back to texting. At least they're quiet. Too quiet. These guys are up to something. I can feel it. There's no way. They're too busy thinking about getting food stuck in their braces to pull any stunts. It's middle school, after all. We'll see. Hugo will be right, won't he? The classes start filing into the aquarium, and Hugo hands out massive stapled packets of paper to each kid. These are due at the end of the field trip. Yes, this will be a grade. No, you can't borrow a pencil. The kids collectively groan and grab the sheets from Hugo. What's in the packet? Honestly, it's just busy work so the teachers can have a moment's reprieve. I think one of the questions asked them to sit quietly for 10 minutes to think about the Great Barrier Reef. Teacher hacks. I like that. Wait, I thought you were an English teacher. What does the aquarium have to do with books? We just did a unit on the old man of the sea. Nothing quite like introducing kids to the futile perseverance of the human spirit by making them pet stingrays. Okay. Sure. It gives us time to check out some of the exhibits as well. Come on, they have a phenomenal selection of tropical fish. Yeah. While the kids sit on the floor and pretend to do their assignments while they text. Jesus. Hugo and I wander over to the large tank filled with brightly coloured fish. Hugo points to a brown and white fish with long spines. We don't have middle school in New Zealand. We have something called intermediate, which is 11 and 12. I did not have a phone. We did not have phones at that age. My first phone was when I was 13 and it was a brick. And when I say it was a brick, I mean for the time it was a brick as well. And then it could, yeah, it couldn't even get the $10 text feature. I had to pay for every single text, whereas all my friends were on the $10 text thing. I got my phone that could actually do that at like 14. We did not have phones before that. Most of my friends, some of them had phones at intermediate, but not everyone. It wasn't until we were at high school that everyone had a phone. And they weren't great phones either. Yeah, wanting to get off the internet if you accidentally click on it. Like, oh my gosh. You're probably thinking I'm really old now. That right there is a lionfish. Did you know that their stomachs can expand up to 30 times in size? Wow, that's impressive. Whoa. Their spines are venomous too. Okay. Nature is hardcore. True. True. You think that's bad? Take a look at this one over here. Hugo points to a spiny, grumpy-looking fish hanging out near the bottom of the tank. That's a stonefish. The most venomous fish in the world. Is it stoned? And they just, like, keep it here? Oh, they're relatively harmless as long as you don't step on them. Well, I'm not planning on doing that. What happens if you step on them? You die.
Oh.
Tissue necrosis. Cool.
Oh.
Nature is wild. Yeah, it is. Man, Hugo seems to know a lot about fish. I feel the overwhelming need to impress him. Oh. Hey, see that fish over there?
Oh.
That one. Yeah, that's the American longfin, blue-nosed wigglyfish, humphead wrasse. Let's go blue-nosed wigglyfish.
Oh.
Yeah? Did you know that paranormal fish trivia, psychiatric fish trivia, political fish trivia? This fish openly supports the legalization of marijuana. I didn't know it was so progressive. Times are changing, man.
Oh.
Wait, are you serious? Serious as a heart attack? Absolutely not. I'm playing it for the gag here.
Oh.
Good one. Aw. We lead the kids to another room. Sharks, sea turtles, eels, and other marine life swim around in massive floor-to-ceiling aquarium. The kids begin trying to take selfies with the sharks. Okay. Hugo leaves my side to separate two kids who start fighting over our Capri-Sun, really. I walk around the room reading the tiny little blurbs about different fish swimming inside of the enclosure. We don't have Capri-Sun here. I don't know. Is it like juice? After a while, I look around and see Hugo again. He's gazing up at the aquarium. Why can't I speak? Aquarium in childlike wonder. The ripples in the water cast blue, moving shadows across the face. For someone surrounded by angry, hormonal preteens, he looks completely peaceful. Someone's got a crush. Sorry. He looks really cute in this light. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. Oh, wow.
Oh.
I walk over to join him. Beautiful, isn't it? I'd rather stare at you. Let's not. We can learn a great deal from Mother Ocean. Are those two sharks kissing? Let's go that one. A great many mysteries lie in the ocean. It truly is fascinating to be able to observe it in a setting such as this. Okay, so you know how they come out and like sometimes it's like the cucumber sort of things, which are obviously phallic objects. Are those that are like, yeah, you're hot, let's get it on, good points, and then the hearts are just, yeah, you're great, friendship? I don't know, but they're phallic, so you know. That's a very astute point, Jerry. We stand together for a moment, admiring the wonders of marine life. We eventually make our way to the touch tank room, which seems to be the only thing the kids are actually interested in. The tank is filled with a variety of horseshoe crabs, sea urchins, stingrays, and small fish. I'm not sure I want to be touching the stingrays, to be honest. I stand around the edges of the tank and keep a wary distance from the sea life. Who knows what kind of nefarious plans those horseshoe crabs for my well-moisturized hands. Okay. Hugo rolls up his sleeve and sticks his hand in the water. Nice. Don't you want to pet some rays, Jerry? Oh, I think I'm good. I think I should just stay over here and admire them from a respectable distance. Come on, it'll be fun and informative. Don't make fun of me, but I'm scared to touch them. I get weird when there's no glass separating us. I don't know what any of these things are, but I get the feeling they will probably bite me and my delicious hands if given the chance. Okay? Nothing in this tank can hurt you. The stingrays have had their barbs removed. I don't care. Still not going near them. The horseshoe crabs only eat little clams, and the anemones are perfectly safe to touch. How is it that I can say some words, but anemone I have no problem with? Against my better judgment, I approach the tank, slowly dipping my hand into the cold water. I touch a stingray as it glides past me. See? Not so bad. It feels like fun, slimy leather. What? Things get a lot less scary when you learn more about them, right? I dive my hand back into the touch tank with a renewed vigour for ocean life. I poke at some urchins and feel the hard carapace of a horseshoe crab. My hand brushes against Hugo's as we reach for the same anemone. I pull away, blushing. Oh! Hugo smiles at me. Hey, you're supposed to be touching the fish. Sorry, I just get a little carried away sometimes. Wait, that girl over there looks suspicious. Why is that?
Oh.
Are backpacks usually that wet? Hold on. Susan! Susan, get back here! Hugo runs after a middle schooler and catches her before she can make it to the exit. Want to tell me what's in the bag? Textbooks? Want to tell me what's really in the bag? Did she steal something? Susan won't budge. I walk over to Hugo and the girl. I think you might need a bad cop. Look, kid. We don't have time for games here. That's an easy 5 to 10 in the clink. What? I'm not afraid to hit a child. What? I don't know what that means. We don't have time for games here. Whatever it is, it goes back into the touch tank. Now! You're not a teacher. You can't tell me what to do. Yes, well, I am. Can you please put the bag down? Next time we won't say please. Susan glares at Hugo for a moment before dropping her book bag on the floor. It lands with a wet slap. We stare at it for a moment before it starts to move. Hugo leans down and unzips the backpack. Look at his face. He's like, oh God. A horseshoe crab frantically scuttles out and across the floor. An employee swoops in, scoops it up and places it back in the tank. Jesus, what are these kids doing? She gives us a disapproving look. Jesus, Susan, what was your plan? I was trying to free him. To where? Outside? Where he was going to die? Susan, go back to your group. We'll discuss this later. Yeah, and hands where we can see him. Susan sulks off, leaving me alone with Hugo. He gives me a pat on the shoulder. Middle schoolers have sticky hands. I doubt that's the first time that's happened here. Or the last. In the next room, we see a variety of smaller tanks, sea urchins, tiny fish, and a rainbow of beautiful underwater plant life surround us. Oh. Look over here. Hugo points, I'm assuming there's to some seahorses gathered at the bottom of a tank. One of them is in the middle of giving birth. Holy crap. Okay. Hey. That's actually the male seahorse. Sort of takes fatherhood to a new level, doesn't it? Well, I mean, yeah, assuming you're a cis male, trans mean kid to give birth. Hey kids, come check this out. There's a male seahorse giving birth. A low murmur from the students. They just jump back on their phone. Hey. Fun fact. Male seahorses can even give birth and then get pregnant in the same day. Jeez. Man, we thought we had it hard. Ah. Wonder if they have to deal with their kids' awkward teenage years too. All however many thousand of them. Oh my God. You seem to know a lot about marine life, Hugo. Yes. It's not really my specialty, but I do make a point to learn as much as possible whenever I can. Yes. Yes. I think that learning shouldn't end when you leave school. Yes. We should challenge ourselves to find out more about the things we don't understand every day of our lives. Yes. Sorry. Because if you stop learning, I don't think you'll ever be able to grow or change as a person. Yes! Good point. But I still don't trust the ocean. We'll get there. We finally make our way over to my favourite part of the tour, the Arctic exhibit. Ooh. Do we get to see the penguins? Mm. Yes, we get to see the penguins. Hell yes. Penguins! A group of kids run around the exhibits. They won't stop tapping on the glass of the puffin enclosure, trying to get their attention. Don't tap on the glass for at least oops. Hugo suddenly grabs my arms. Oh my God, there's a student in the penguin enclosure. What the heck? What kind of school trips do they go on? What is this? Wait, just kidding. It's very bad. Is it one of ours? I don't know. It most certainly is. Molly Henderson, Susan's friend. She's going to try and free the penguins. I look over to the penguins and see a determined-looking kid crouching behind a rock. She's hiding just out of sight of one of the employees. Over on the other side of the enclosure, I see the door to the exhibit is ajar. Was it unlocked this whole time? We've got to stop it before the staff sees and bans our school for life. Hugo looks around. I'll create distraction. Hugo runs toward the puffin exhibit and addresses the entire room. Everybody, 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 I have an announcement. The whole room turns towards Hugo. Here's a few facts I bet you didn't know about penguins. Everybody just stares at Hugo, confused. Well, this is my shot. I run into the enclosure and am greeted by a cold blast of air. Oh my God. Psst, hey! The girl whips around to look at me. Her nose is pink from the cold. You can't be in here! Neither can you! I try to walk over to the girl, but the ground is so icy that I just end up slipping. I catch myself before I hit the ground, but the girl still laughs at me. Contrary to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are traditionally known to fly, but penguins cannot. I mean, everyone knows that. So I can understand some confusion when we're discussing the birdness of penguins. The crowd is still somehow enraptured. Kid, what are you even doing? I'm letting the penguins go. They deserve freedom. Oh my god. What are they even going to do? They're going to live in my closet. Look, I just don't even have time to argue about this. We got to get out of here. Not until I save a penguin. Little known fact is that penguins only live in cold climates. We have penguins in New Zealand. With some exceptions. So they don't all live in cold climates if you're splitting hairs here. I mean, we can be cold sometimes, but we can also be warm, so, you know. Did I mention that they don't fly? Hugo, the crowd is starting to lose interest. I'm running out of time. Lay down the law, try to relate her, bribe her. Let's try to relate. I think back to the time I released all the feeder mice from the pet store. It was a disaster. I was 6, but it was a disaster. Molly, you know, life can be cruel. Money. Give me money. I will give you $20 right now if you leave with me. Molly thinks for a second. Okay, well, give it to me right now. I reach into my pocket and pull out everything I have, examining each bill. Okay, well, I have $12 and some change. Also, there's a button here. Is that enough? Pay me the other 8 later and we have a deal. We move to shake on our arrangement before I suddenly realise there's a wave of penguins on their way out of the enclosure. We're going to have to block these birds. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Minigame. I don't want a minigame. How? Tell me how to do it. No! I'm trying! How do I do this? No! Why? Mission complete! It's not complete! The penguins escaped! 10 escaped! Pet every dog. No. That noise is annoying. Whew, glad that's over. Just in time too. Looks like Hugo is wrapping up his diversionary penguin sketch. And that's why I think penguins are one of the best animals in the world. A few people in the audience clap out of a sense of duty. Everyone starts dispersing. Hugo spots us from across the way and runs over. Molly, what were you doing in there? I was liberating animals, Mr. Vega. You realise that the penguins could only survive in Arctic temperatures, right? You would have had a dead penguin on your hands. Well, it was the thought that counts. No, Molly, it wasn't. Molly turns to me. You owe me $8. What? Just, I'll pay you later, kid. Molly runs over towards Susan. I suppose that they can compare animal thief notes. You're not off the hook, Molly! Jerry, did you just bribe a child? I bribed a child. I don't know what she's talking about. You can't play by the rules when there's penguins on the line. Listen, man, we've all done dark things in our lives. I'm not the young, bright-eyed youth I used to be. That person believed in a world where you wouldn't have to bribe children to save a penguin. The me today knows different. I only wish I could go back. Let's just get through the day and get out of here. Oh, my God. With the day finally coming to a close, the whole field trip is ushered through the gift shop and we make our way back out to the school buses. As we leave the aquarium and the kids load onto the buses, Hugo pulls me aside. Hey, Jerry, thank you so much for helping out today. You're a lifesaver. It was no problem. It was actually kind of fun. Let me take you out next time to make up to it. Make it up to you. You like cheese boards? I love cheese boards. I'm all about cheese boards. There's nothing on earth more satisfying than a good cheese board. Seriously, cucumbers. Or something, I don't know what they are. Great, well, I gotta go make sure the kids don't steal anything else. See you around. I walk inside to find the house empty. I wonder where the panda's at. Before I know it, Amanda pops in through the front door. What you up to tonight? Just doing some homework? How was the aquarium? I forgot to put my phone on silent, 'cause I'm silly. It was an adventure. Some kid tried to steal a penguin. We've all been there. What? I had to run in and grab it before any of the employees saw. You got to go into the penguin enclosure? Did you steal a penguin for us? Amanda, no penguins were stolen thanks to the valiant efforts of myself and Mr. Vega. It was nice getting to spend some time with Hugo, though. I'm surprised he helps complete a covert op. He's usually kind of a what? Kind of a stick in the mud? He's actually pretty cool. I had a good time with him. Alright, too much adventure for me today. I'm gonna go rest my eyes. You mean take a nap? There's a difference. You'll learn when you become a father. It's better to be early than late, also true. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, an S!
You gave me goosebumps.
Oh my gosh. Yes! S! S is the good one. Okay. So we got an S with
You got Dad.
Brian, Damien and Hugo. An A with Craig and Robert. Matt was a B, so I don't think we'll be pursuing him. But we've still got a date with Joseph to go to. Though I'm not sure about that because, you know, he's married. He has creepy twin children. And I'm not sure I want to get into that. Like, I don't want to get into the middle of that, you know. But we will do the first date with Joseph anyway. In the next episode. And then we will narrow it down to... So it will only be a select few who we'll go on the second date with. We'll discuss that later. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!